Hey y'all, it's your girl Coach D, and I am here with the tea session with Chatting Tea with Coach D. And listen, I have some exciting news about where Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy is going. I am so excited. I want to just tell you Happy New Year's. This is the first time that I've been on the Success Academy live or video for the new year. So this is really exciting. There's a lot of things that's going on at Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy that I am so excited to release. Here, probably within the next week or so, I will be releasing the new look. So Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy has a new look, and I am very excited about that. There's been some changes, so I will make an announcement here soon when what the new changes were and how things are going to change for the 2023 year. So I'm not going to keep you long. I just wanted to come on here really quickly and provide you with the 5 application tips for starting your senior care agency. And I thought that was important to start the new year. Of course, we got new goals. And I thought it was important to bring you that information so that when you are going through the process of completing your application, that you actually have some helpful hints that'll help you be able to complete your application and go ahead and, get things rolling with the licensure. So without further ado, one more thing before we get into the 5 tips. Do not forget to like our Facebook page. Share these videos. So if there's someone that you know that is trying to start their home care agency, a senior home care agency, please share the information with them. Valuable information, and it'll help someone, along the way. So please don't forget to like our Facebook page, Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy, and also don't forget to like our YouTube channel, Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy, and we're on YouTube also. So without further ado, because like I said, I don't want to keep you long, I'm just going to provide you during this tea session with 5 helpful tips when you're completing your application to start your senior home care agency. Now, there's 2 types of senior home care agencies that we talk about, and that I hold near and dear to my heart. I love my seniors. Oh, I love my seniors. But we're talking about a Homemaker Companion Agency or a non-skill home health agency. Now, there are other agencies out there, but I'm talking about the 2 that Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy specializes in. So these 5 tips are going to be geared towards helping you complete that application for either a Homemaker Companion Agency or a non-skill home health agency. So the first tip we're going to provide is to hire a certified professional accountant, okay? Please hire a certified professional accountant. The reason being is if you're going to start a non-medical home care agency, there is a section in the application there where you will have to be able to show financial statements and documents to show that you are financially able to operate this particular type of company. So there is going to be a piece in there that only a certified professional accountant is going to have to sign off on. So now is the time to go ahead and start looking at establishing that relationship with the certified public accountant so that they know, what you're trying to do and to be able to help you better get prepared for when it's time to go ahead and complete that document. Now, for the Homemaker and Companion Agency, you don't have to at this point. You will not need a professional accountant to sign off on that. You will not need that at this stage of the game. However, if you're thinking about and having plans to maybe convert over to a home health agency at some point in your entrepreneurship journey, then I would recommend that you still go ahead and build that relationship with the certified professional accountant, so that way you've explored your options, and then you can know in the future of who you may want to partner with in order to make sure your taxes and everything is up to date and you stay legal in this situation when it comes to the IRS. Okay, so that's tip number one. Tip number two is you will, to answer that question, because I've had this question asked quite a bit. When I get ready to submit my application, will I need my business registration completed? And that answer is yes. You will need to complete your business registration before you can actually submit your application. So if you have not if you have not registered your business yet, you will need to have your full business name registered with the state that you're going to operate. So if you're going to start an LLC, and you're going to need that LLC or corporation, you're going to need that legal paperwork before you can submit that application, because you will need to submit copies of that you have proof to do business in that state that you're applying for that license. Okay. Question number three. Actually, tip number three and tip number four goes hand in hand. For tip number three, it's to create your business email address. And tip number four is to establish your business address and phone number, which I probably could have just did the contact information, but that's okay. Hey, it's tip number three and tip number four. Follow me. So on those two, they go hand in hand. And the long story short is you want to go ahead and establish your contact information for your agency. The reason being is because, one, you're going to start building business history with this contact information. Two, you are going to start getting correspondence to the email and the phone number and address that you provide on the file. So you want to stay consistent with keeping these things together, so you're not all over the place when it's time for your correspondence to be sent out to you. Because once you are licensed, you're going to start getting phone calls with people looking for services. You're going to start getting correspondence from these agencies letting you know how to stay in compliance, what needs to be done on an expeditious basis, where they may require some information from you, and that's going to be a way that they're going to communicate with you. So you want to show some consistency there, so that you don't have information all over the place. You don't send in the application with one form of contact and now you establish a whole different form of contact, because you may eventually forget to go and check that old email, or that email that you signed up with. You may not even have that anymore. So now your important information is going over to that email that you no longer even use. So that is why I am saying that you may want to go ahead and establish your contact information, meaning your email, your address, your business address, and your telephone number. Establish that, because from this point out, it will automatically be attached to your licensure, your application and your licensure. So that will give you a mental reminder that everything that is going on with this particular company, by it being tied to my license, I'm probably going to pay more attention to it, and I'm going to also keep up with it. So that reminds you to check that email and make sure that you're checking your mailbox and different things like that. Now, can you use a UPS address for these, your mailing address and your business address? Absolutely. I would recommend that you refrain from the PO boxes, because a lot of times they don't like to do business with the PO boxes. But if it has a professional street address, and UPS, I know there's a couple of other companies around town that you can Google. Oh my gosh, what is it? Not PO boxes. If you type in business addresses, or oh my gosh, what is it? I'll have to post it once I think of the name. I can't think of the name of what you call it in order to be able to do the search and be able to bring them up. But if you, I know for sure that UPS stores, if you go in there and you do establish a business box with them, you're going to get a street address. And that street address can serve as your professional business address. So as long as it has a professional business address and it has a actual street address, mailing address that can be verified as a street address in your local area, then you can use that on your application so that you can get your correspondence mailed to you. So you want to make sure that that contact information is consistent. And the third reason why you want to make sure that it's consistent is because once your application is processed, you are going to go in a database, and the database somehow gets out to Google and the different search engines. And with that being said, customers are going to start seeing your contact information and seeing that you have a agency that is licensed. So when they're searching for senior care or they're searching for home care, your agency may pop up in the search drive because you're now licensed and it's public information. So you're going to they're going to now start to contact you. So if you don't have the proper contact information, then you could be losing customers because you did not update your information, which is very, very important. So that way you can get new customers. So just please keep that in mind and make sure that your contact information is updated. Tip number 5, and the last tip for this session, this tea session, honey. Know your business partner. The reason I am stressing this, when you're filling out the application, there is going to be a section on there where each officer or each partner is going to have to fill out an affidavit of good moral character. They're also going to have to each take a background screening. Now it's not the time to find out that your partner did some things in the past, or have anything pending against them with any type of Medicaid or insurance billing or claims fraud. That is not the time to find that out, because that is going to completely stop the application, and it is going to have to be reviewed, and there's going to be necessary steps that you're going to have to take to either clear this up, or you're going to have to they'll give you what's your next step to be able to follow up, and what follow-up action that you can take in order to get your license. But that is not the way that you should find out that information. What you want to do is make sure that if you are going in business with someone, you want to sit down and you want to have a serious conversation with that individual. If we're going to be business partner, I really need you to be open with me. And is there anything that that's on your record that needs to be for us to discuss? Let me know now so that we can know how to proceed, and you can get with the right consultant to find out what's your next step, and to be able to get some advice on that. Because once you submit that application and you're finding out now that the application is there, that your partner has some things on their background that they did not disclose, or there was some issues before that they were somehow involved in some type of insurance fraud, that is not the time, because that is going to have an impact on your application. So the thing that I'm trying to really make sure that you understand is, before you partner with a business partner, know that your business partner is going to be equally responsible in this. So whatever the requirements is for you as the primary, it's also going to be for them as the secondary. So you all are going to be partners. So whatever one has to required to do, and by law is required to do, the other is going to be required to do. So you want to make sure that when you look at going into business and you're going into this as partners, as business partners, please have that open conversation. It's only fair to the other individual, and then vice versa, you as well, if you know that there's some things on your background. So I'm talking about a mutual understanding here. So if you know that there's some things on your background, and the partner knows that there's some things on their background, both of you need to have that open conversation so that you all will know how to proceed and how to be able to contact the right departments before you actually send in the application. Because the thing about it is, you rather go ahead and find out how you can seek the right counsel so that you'll know how to be able to proceed with that before you put it on this legal paperwork, and then now it's taking both of you by surprise, and now everything has to be held up so that until you can get these things straightened out. It's better to go ahead and approach it the right way than to let it be exposed in another way. So you don't want it to be exposed. You rather approach it with the right measures, the right paperwork, the right clearance, and the right forms to be able to clear that up immediately. There's no exposure that has to go on because we were very upfront with everything. And so when we send this application in, we have all the necessary documents to show this is what happened, this is how it was resolved, and this is how it was taken care of. Because one, it shows that you're responsible enough to be very open and upfront with them. They take that under consideration. They see how prepared you are with making sure that your paperwork was in order. You sent them the right paperwork to show that you've cleared and how you've been taken care of. So it doesn't go unnoticed. They do take that under consideration. They do look at that as a factor of this, this person, this partnership, they're being very responsible. Whereas on the other end, if they have to expose it and they have to call you and say, hey, this wasn't reported on, the application. Now it's an exposure, and now it looks really bad against you and your partner that's trying to now get this business, and it's been exposed. It just doesn't put a very, very good professional outlook on your company per se. So you want to make sure that you have these very important conversations with your partner, your business partner, so that you all are on the same page and that you all are very upfront with the information and that you're on top of your game by making sure that, look, we have nothing to hide. This is what happened. This is how it was taken care of. And you be the one to bring that up front and have that paperwork in order, so that way there's nothing hidden or nothing that has to be exposed at that time. So with that being said, I think we're pretty much on the same page. That concludes the 5 tips that I had for your application for getting your application started for your senior home care agency. Those were the 5 tips, and I'm trying to think, was there something else? Oh, yeah. So, and I just want to remind you that stay tuned, because I will have some more valuable information about, kind of where Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy is going. And I'm going to be releasing the new look of Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy. And I'm very excited. And don't forget to please like the business page, Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy, and also like the YouTube channel, Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy YouTube. And I will see you next time, and stay tuned. All of our events in the next tea session is already posted to the Demetrius Dowdell Success Academy Facebook page, so that way you stay on top of what's going on over there and what's when the next video will actually release. So I love you, and just remember that I want us all to succeed. We are truly success warriors. So if you know that you are not ready to give up, that you are ready to keep pushing forward, you are ready to persevere through this and make sure that you start your senior care business, then you are truly a success warrior. And until then, you be blessed, and I will see you all the next time. Love you.